Hi everyone, it's Kelly here. I'm here with the Wild Bunch project to share with you guys two projects actually. As you can see here, they are two very special cards for two very special people. And let me just remove this here and I will tell you guys more about my cards. So let's start off with this one here. So these cards are my Gorjuss Girls Gone Parisian. As you can see, let me start off with this card here. This one here, I gave you a sneak peek of it when I was showcasing the authentic papers because I used the authentic paper to create this from the blush collection from the Freebird series, actually 6x6 paper pad, and I shared with you guys how it looked like in the previous videos. So I love the soft colors of this paper collection here, and let me share with you guys what I used for WOC Crafts products that I incorporated into this project here. I used the flowers. I'll definitely leave the item number on the description below, and then I use the WOC Crafts seam binding here that I tied into a bow. I love this color because it ties in very well with the whole color scheme here. And then I used some 5mm flatback pearls, the self-adhesive flatback pearls. Love having those in my stash, and I'm incorporating them into my projects. They just make everything pop. And then right here are some 3mm flatback pearls, self-adhesive white ones from WOC Crafts. And as you can see, I added some here too. So I'll definitely leave you guys the item number on the description below again. And then as you can see, some leaves here. These are from the fall line from WOC Crafts, and they had the peach color, so I just used the tip of it and it worked out very well, so I added it there. And let me tell you guys more about this here, which is a die cut from the MFT Dienamics, which is an Eiffel Tower, and this is how it looks like. It's the most inexpensive die that you can get at MFT. So definitely go and get yours. I love using it, and it totally made a project very Parisian. So all you have to do is just add an Eiffel Tower and then your project's like Parisian. So that's what I did there. And this project here, when I started coloring her, it was actually on a rainy day. And so I pretty much finished this project before and then just let it sit because I haven't added the sentiment yet, and then I didn't finish the inside. So when I colored her, I had her on hand already, and I knew I wanted to incorporate her into this project because since it's an easel card, a box drawer card actually, with an easel card, I wanted to include some stamps also for Auntie Heidi. And the sentiment that I plan to use on this card here, once you open it up, it's going to say, so this card just opens up like this, and it's a pocket that I created. So it's going to say, rain or shine, color to pass time, because in the drawer here is going to be some stamps actually. And so I thought it was such a clever idea. I wanted to do something like that just so she can have on hand, and on a rainy day, since you know, like we're mostly indoors, she can color to pass time. So my BFF and I came up with that sentiment there. So we have to copyright like a stamp or something now. So pretty much I have to like print it out, you know, on my computer after I type it out. So it's going to be like right there. And so let me tell you guys more about the front here. This here was cut out using the Spellbinders Nestability 2012 release, which is the oval fleur-de-lis, and it is so gorgeous. I've been eyeing this die for like the longest time when it first was previewed actually, and so once I found it, I had to have it, so I purchased it at an Etsy shop. And so so these of course are WOC Crafts flowers. I have the trellis roses, the open roses, the miniature roses, and then with her, I paper pieced her umbrella, I paper pieced her coat, and then I colored in her her boots there. So, and right here I had embossed this peach cardstock here that totally coordinates with the whole paper line. I embossed it with the rose embossing folder, and this print here, or pattern paper here, has like these roses, and they totally coordinate very well, surprisingly. So these swirls here I have from my stash. It's actually from my BFF who sent it to me, and the seam binding again is from WOC Crafts. So I lined the entire box. I actually made this box from scratch. So there is a tutorial on how to make an easel box or an easel drawer card on YouTube. I'll link you guys definitely to that tutorial. But I tweaked it again to the size that I want and the depth that I want. So it's pretty much not the same as the tutorial, and it's a lot more complicating. But I was determined to make a really, really nice, sturdy, you know, easel drawer box card, because I use lightweight chipboard to create this, to construct this actually. So right here is the embossed cardstock on the sides, and then I added this trim here, this lovely ruffle trim here that I got from my friend Liz. And she is Lizzie Jose on YouTube. And then I added it on here too. And then this here is just a recollection swirl. And then this here, I did a drawer pull by assembling some pearls and into a wire, and then like I poked it into this drawer here. So this is how it looks like in the back. And when you open it, again, it just sits on this card here within a card. So this card here is going to have my note to Auntie Heidi, and this here is pretty much finished with an Eiffel Tower die cut. And so this here is an embossed card, a miniature card that I plan to do like a little sheet as well. Maybe like over here I'll write the, you know, the colors that I use for my Gorjuss Girls, just in case she wants to color her Gorjuss Girls like that. So this here is a EK Success border punch, a Fleur de Lis border punch. Since it's the whole Parisian theme, I wanted to use that. And this again is from the paper collection. This here is a swirl pearl from my stash. And so it just closes like that really nicely, and then she can display her card or her box card like this. Really, really nice. So this is how it looks like on the inside here. So you just pull this here, and it's nicely finished on the inside. I added the seam binding to cover the part where I poked the handles in. It's a really nice depth card, or I mean box, drawer box, and it's very sturdy, as you can see. So definitely will withstand, you know, the contents in there. So okay, moving along. This here, oh actually let me show you the bottom of this card drawer box here. I finished it with the Authentique blush collection pattern paper there as well. And so let me just put that off aside. So this card here is very, very special indeed. I love, love, love the Parisian theme and the EnFracias, you know, Prima EnFracias collection. This is what I had used to create this card. This card is actually a recessed window card. In other words, it's like a shadow box card. So my inspiration came from Annie, Miss Garden Grove 1. I didn't follow her tutorial. I think she created a tutorial just recently, but I did it like a recessed window. So I figured out a way on how to make this, and I think there might be a similar tutorial to that. But I like decided to do it where it suits my preference, and that I didn't have to cut my 6x6 paper here that goes in, so it flushes nicely in there. And then I had made it into an easel card, just like how Annie made her shadow box card into an easel card. This is how it looks like. So Annie, thank you so much for the inspiration. So for this card, you guys, I basically used the Prima EnFracias collection, and this is how it looks like. This is the 6x6 pad. I had also used the A4 size as well. As you can see, my card is bigger than a 6x6. It's probably like 8 1/4, I would say. But when I created this card, I just created it to where I didn't want to cut my 6x6 at all. I want the entire you know, pattern on there. So it flushes in very nicely, and I don't actually have the dimensions on hand, because when I create something and I'm in the zone, I just like, you know, pretty much just start doing it. So yeah, it's more like a recessed window. It's like about, I would say, a little over an inch deep right here, and so that's what I did there. So I'll have to go back, and if you guys want to know, I'll probably have to go back and redo this again. So like I said, when I'm in the zone and I start creating, I just do it. And so that's what happened. But it was pretty much inspired by Annie, and so let me share with you guys what I did here. Once I created it, I added my pattern paper, and then I decided to frame it with some Chinese braids, like a deep red Chinese braid here that coordinated very well with the red in the paper collection. And this here, right here, is a cutout sentiment from the Mimi in Paris line, and so I just used Le Cafe, and it says Ooh La La, and then I popped it up with some pop dots. So right here, my Gorjuss Girl here, this is a die cut backdrop here from Cheery Lynn, and let me share with you guys before I go on and before I forget. It's actually the Polynesian Sails oval right here. I love this die. It's one of my favorite, and I shared with you guys in the haul, and I told you guys that I was working on a project using this, so here it is. And so this in the center here pops out, okay, and so it popped out, and so I used it to, you know, as a layer, back layer here for my flowers here, my flower clusters there. So this is from Wilder Crafts. They're the open roses, and this here is the same size as this one here, but I just like peeled the backing, the back layer to make it smaller, and I'll leave the item number on the description below. So this flower here I made actually using the pattern paper from the EnFracias collection, and it's actually this pattern paper right here that I had left over. It's the same one right here as well, and these are the same combination. I just wanted to make it similar. So this here is from the Cheery Lynn cutout die. So it's actually this one here, the miniature rose. And so these here are Wilder Crafts seam binding. I used the same color here, but then I added the red velvet glimmer mist to change it up and make it into like a deep red to coordinate with the whole color scheme there. And this is just a pearl swirl. And then this here, at first I was going to create like an awning, but then I knew I wanted to like embellish like the corners, so I didn't. And this here was just a cutout from the Martha Stewart deep edge punch cutout, and I forgot the name of it, but then it is this one here, and then I just added it onto there, and I added some Wilder Crafts flatback pearls here. That's 5mm to accent it, and it just creates like a little curtain, like valance or something. And then my Gorjuss Girl here, very special because I wanted a Parisian themed Gorjuss Girl, and there isn't any at the moment right now, so I was thinking, you know what, I can create one of my own. So pretty much for this Gorjuss Girl here, I decided to use the one called Waiting, okay? And this one here, I knew I could add like a little hat onto her, and that's what I did. I sketched out a hat, used it as a pattern, and let me share with you guys how it looks like. So I sketched a little hat out right here, and the inspiration came from the Mimi in Paris line. She's wearing like a little hat, so I basically went along with that one. Once I sketched it out, that's when I decided to paper piece it and made it look like I actually stamped on a hat, and then, you know, paper pieced it on here with the little bow here that I sketched out. So it worked out perfectly. And at first I was going to, if her hands were like out, or you know, her hands were showing, I would add like maybe like a little small Chanel purse that I would sketch or something, but there wasn't anything like that. So this was like the closest thing that I could like alter. And so I paper pieced her dress, her hat, and then also her bow here, and pretty much a lot of it is paper pieced, and then I just, you know, colored in her stockings or her leggings, and her hair is using the warm grays because the paper line kind of has a little bit of warm gray. I want everything to coordinate and just flow really nicely. And so let's see here, I popped her up. It's really dimensional because the depth of this is pretty much a little bit, you know, kind of deep but not too deep, so I wanted like kind of similar there. And of course these are Wilder Crafts, I mentioned that. And this here is Wilder Crafts, it's like a lace actually, that was a cream lace, but I'll leave the item number on the description below. And then I had added walnut stain to like you know, dye it a little bit, and then I had folded it because it's actually a lace that you could loop in a ribbon in between. You'll definitely see the item number on the description below. I should have had it on hand, but I didn't bring it with me to record. And this here is an Eiffel Tower from Kaiser Craft, and what I did was I glimmer misted it and used walnut stained pretty much to make it coordinate with the whole paper collection there. And then I added Wilder Crafts flatback pearls, 5mm and 3mm there to accent it, and some flatback pearls from my stash there. So this is how it looks like, and then there's this Eiffel Tower charm dangling there. Really, really cute. I was trying to find my Paris sentiment, but I can't find it, so I have to find it and then put it on there. And so this is how it looks like on the inside. So this here, since it's a card within a card, oh, I actually finished it also up here, and this is from the A4 size, actually. And this is like a small card that I created because I always have a hard time when I do cards, like when I do write, you know, my note and stuff. Sometimes I mess up and it's like, oh my god, I can't fix it. So then I decided to make a card here to where like I can write my note here instead. And then like, you know, if the person later on wants to like re-gift it or whatever, I just like to give them that option. They can do that since it's a pocket, and they could just like, you know, I guess re-gift it. But I wouldn't want that because it's a very special card. I put a lot of time and effort into it, and hopefully they keep it and cherish it. And so this here is from a Cheery Lynn die as well. That is from the same die from the Polynesian sales, which is this one here, but I had glued it on flat. And this is WOC seam binding that I glimmer misted, changed up the color to red. And the sentiment here, right here, says a friend is someone who reaches out for your hand and touches your heart. And then this here is an MFT Eiffel Tower die, and this Fleur de Lis EK Success border punch there. So it's really, really gorgeous. I love it so much. It's just a really nice card here. And here's the back. It says handmade with love by Kellyanne. So hopefully you guys had enjoyed my cards here. I hope that I was able to inspire you. I totally love these two cards to death, and I will be making more Gorjuss Girl cards, especially when there's like the new releases that's coming out soon. I can't wait! So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I do read all of the comments. I just don't really have time to answer them back. I'll definitely try to make time for it in the near future. But I really appreciate all your comments. Thank you so much. Go and check out Wilder Crafts for all your gorgeous flowers that you can definitely use to coordinate with your projects. And thanks for watching. Bye.